What criteria do we use to grade them? Beam potential? Number of appendages?
Leafeon on top only because I got a pair of great balls.
Josh, that's the Punk Nostalgia Gamer is missing alarm.
PNG is missing?
Doing X speed in the bathroom.
I lied.
Choose.
PNG.
You don't have to do this. There has to be another way. Nigel, I'm pregnant.
Wait, I'm also pregnant.
What was I gonna do?
You'll choose Sylveon, the best Eeveelution.
Last time, we showed which Eeveelution was best overall by the numbers.
This time we're going to figure out what the theoretical best possible Eeveelution could be.
Wait, don't tell me you guys are gonna make a speculation.
We're back answering the question our previous video begged. If there's a way to rate Eeveelutions, then why not use that system to reverse engineer the best possible one?
How oddly specific. You know the system, but for this we're going to change up the order. First, we'll look at typing, then their stats, ability, moveset for versatility, and lastly, based off what we think would be workable builds, how hard this puppy can hit.
Point 1, type advantage. You'll remember that Sylveon won the last contest, boasting a +3, with an immunity to break the tie with Flareon. There is a type that can do better, way better. Steel type ranks in a completely broken +8 with an immunity. So having settled that, we can move on to...
Hold your horses.
Don't you mean hold your Rapidash?
I'll hurt you. What I was saying is that you haven't done the most important part of an Eevee speculation video.
We don't really like that term. This isn't a speculation video. We're not saying this is what they're going to do, nor are we saying this is what they should do. We're saying this is how you get the result that's objectively best. Honestly, this proposal could be bad for game balance.
But what about the sexy name?
Name's not important, we'll just call it Steeleon.
But you need sexy art in this sort of...
Let's just take an Eevee and, I don't know, give it something metal for a head.
I'm gonna be sick. Grab me my gravel bucket.
Point 2, stat point synergy. Last time, Jolteon walked away with the prize due to high speed and special attack. We're not going to change that formula too much, but we need to consider our new typing for maximum advantage. Speed is fine where it is, but Steel type is better suited to physical attacks than special. This leaves us with a choice on the third best stat. While technically speaking, defense would be in line with a typical Steel type Pokemon, an optimal strategy would want HP, because as we discussed last time, HP is worth more than defense in general. So Steeleon's full stat spread would read, HP 95, attack 110, defense 65, special attack 60, special defense 65, speed 130.
I do like a nice spread.
Point 3, ability. Some Pokemon have unique abilities made specifically for them. We're not about to make up an ability for an Eeveelution. That's cheating. So from the pool of existing abilities, we picked one regular ability and one hidden ability, just like all the other Eeveelutions. And we picked with synergy, use, and utility in mind. Ability, huge power, effect, doubles attack stat. All Eeveelutions have the same stats, but there's nothing stopping you from using an ability which increases them. Take Steeleon's Nothing to Scoff at 110 attack and then boost it to 220. You've made a killing machine. With speed to match Jolteon, you know you've got a street sweeper to Jolteon's broom. This goes a long way to mitigating the fact that there isn't really that much out there that's weak to steel. Solution, be stronger against everything.
What could possibly be more frightening than a speed machine that hits like a planetary collision? Hidden ability, speed boost. Effect, speed raises one stage every round. It's already a speeding bullet, so how will making it faster change anything? 2 words, baton pass. Why is that important, you ask? Point 4, versatility. See, Steel type has some pretty sweet moves, which we're about to dive into. Among them, Shift Gear, which increases attack by 1 stage and speed by 2, a total of 3 stages of increase in a single move. If they're running Speed Boost, pop another speed on top, and in a single turn you've increased attack by 1 stage and speed by 3. Steeleon doesn't need to be your sweeper. They can just buff one up for you better than an Arnold Schwarzenegger training regimen. All Eeveelutions have access to Baton Pass, as well as Sword Stance, which increases attack by 2 stages in one go. Plus, as a Steel type, we can expect Steeleon to have Iron Defense, which can raise defense 2 stages in one go as well, giving you options on how this Baton Passer plays.
But as cool as all that is, remember we have huge power, and with it, huge responsibility. I mean a motherfucking cannon. You can roll out an all-out attacker with Iron Tail, Superpower, Bullet Punch or Smart Strike, and Explosion. or a sweeper with Swords Dance, Iron Tail, Superpower, etc. It was Jolteon's speed that made him so versatile in the previous contest, and that speed with tighter stats allows for even more variability here.
Wait just a second. Have you two no shame? Are we Pokemon just collections of numbers to you? What happened to the roleplay? The narrative behind when and where a Pokemon evolved? A match where, despite being outclassed, you snatched victory from defeat. The joy of exploration, the thrill of hatching a shiny. The love of the world.
You can't measure any of that. Point 5. Damage per turn. We talked about builds, and now it's time to put them to the test. We know from our last contest we can expect a lot here. Espeon won previously on 2 attacks totaling 110 damage. This monster deals more than that, in 1 hit. With huge power doubling their attack and access to the move Superpower, our Shuckle is as good as roadkill.
186 damage with Superpower, on 1 hit. But with their speed, they get 2. And yes, they could hit it again, topping out at 372, but our Steeleon can do better. Pivoting on the second attack to Explosion, we can deal an additional 192 damage before rendering Steeleon unconscious. Our grand total? 378 damage on a Superpower and an Explosion.
And there you have it. They get the Master Ball in every category, undeniably making them the best possible Eeveelution.
Hold it right there. You ignored the name. The look. How it evolves. You ignored the narrative. Mike, can you stand there and say straight to my face that you'd prefer gimmicky, overpowered decks in Magic the Gathering? Or Josh, that RPGs should be played with a series of builds? That the Magic Mirror in Divinity Original Sin 2 was a good idea? No, we are not those players. There may come a game like Pokemon Showdown, where story doesn't matter, where looks are ignored for mechanics under the hood. But this is not that game. There may come a game where the roleplay of characters fail and dice rolls supersede character growth. But this is not that game. This game, we fight.
I'm Probopass.
Yeah, wait, what?
I'm Probopass.
No, I think you guys are confused.
I'm Probopass.
Who the hell are you?
I'm
Probopass.
No, that's not even the right reference. No, stop. No. Guys.
I'm Probopass.
Wait, no, that's not. You guys are confused. I think you think that. No, I'm actually making a reference to a different film. Please stop. Where even are we right